Welcome to Web Handling. My name is Dave Royce. In this last bonus episode of this series, I show you how to complete the job of troubleshooting so that you can hand it off to decision makers and product, process, and project engineers. That important last step is persuasive communication. I know your time is precious, so let's get started. A large part of my work is troubleshooting. I have worked in about 1,000 plants around the world doing just that. While I'm generally not fond of recipe-based troubleshooting, the following steps are needed in most situations. They are: define the problem, determine the mechanics, decision-making, and doing. While all steps can be fraught with difficulty, the hypothesis steps are the least straightforward because there are no recipes for this. It is a creative process of forming a hypothesis, creating a test of that hypothesis, and iterating as necessary to get confidence that you understand the problem and that no other explanations meet the knowns nearly so well. For those wishing to know more, I teach a 2-day class on the subject, as well as have published a book of the same name. While these 4 steps serve well enough as an outline, there's something missing. Do you see what it is? What is missing is communication. It does no good to know how to fix a problem if you can't tell it and sell it to your deputies, peers, and supervisors. Technical writing is just one way to communicate. It has the advantage of recording your thoughts. It is also much more disciplined than any of the other communication methods and thus has its own merits for that reason. Unfortunately, what you learned about technical writing in school is almost certainly not the best way to do business. See Web301.04 for more information on how to write more effectively. Effective public speaking, whether it be one-on-one with an operator, or in a meeting room, or at an international conference, is more of an everyday skill than is writing. Again, you will do better to forget much of what you were taught in school. The focus there was a careful mustering of facts and data and analysis. You will lose your audience quickly due to boredom if you do it that way. Most of your audience will simply not have the background necessary to understand the mechanics as well as you do. The solution is to develop skills in persuasive argumentation. The goal is to persuade people that you understand the problem well enough to list effective remedy options. Data and graphs and statistics are not useful for most of your intended audience. So if not that, what? The solution is storytelling. We are a storytelling species, as amply shown in TV and movies, as well as literature and even gaming. Yet, scientists and engineers often dismiss storytelling, even when some very respected journals say otherwise. Consider those who influenced your interest in science. I would bet they include people like David Attenborough, Carl Sagan, Neil deGrasse Tyson, and others. Consider shows such as Bill Nye, the Science Guys, and Mythbusters. These people mastered not only storytelling, but visual storytelling. I walk the talk, or at least try to. Examples include this Engineer's Life series. At least 10% of all my videos are solid storytelling. My live classes of my award-winning and trademark Web 101 schools also include a noticeable storytelling component. I even show you how to make video in Web 301.21 through 23. So let me share a personal secret on how I often structure my problem-solving day at my client. We begin in the morning in a conference room, making introductions, and then I listen as they describe the problem we are tasked with, what they have tried, and the results, as well as any ideas they may have that might not have yet been tested. Then we go out onto the floor and see what the web and the operators have to say. By that time, in my own mind, I have developed working theories, several in most cases. I test them again in my own mind first, but we may need to do a short trial in the real world to test those ideas. Lunch is a good time to break from thinking because it is hard work. Leaving the building is preferable, even if I have no desire to eat at a restaurant, because it distances us even further from the plant. After lunch, the hardest work begins. I allocate the whole afternoon to that hard work, which is, of course, persuasive argumentation. I first test my working theory with operators, engineers, and supervisors alike, trying to find weaknesses in my theory and trying to find alternative explanations that might work better. Here, I pay close attention to the reactions of the problem-solving partner as much as I do to what they say. What these one-on-one dialogues are is a rehearsal for the exit meeting. There I have one last chance to sell the very difficult idea that they must do something different, perhaps uncomfortably expensive, perhaps politically charged, but always different than what has been done, or perhaps even what has ever been considered. I hope you have enjoyed this summary clip on how to communicate better by storytelling. This ends, for now, this series. An executive summary will be posted next week. Next year, we will return to our ever-popular War Stories series with some new surprising twists. If you have a topic you would like to hear about, let me know in the comment section below. If you found any of these stories to be interesting or useful, please like and share and subscribe. See you next time.